All right, everybody, we're going to get started with the marketing plan 2. It is Friday, December 18th, and of course, today is the day that Star Wars launches, and you can tell I'm already very excited about it. We mentioned it on the RP call out. Very, very exciting day. I'll try not to mention it too much. But yeah, just a great day. Friday. We got a week till I think it's Christmas on the 25th. I think that's what it's called. So I hope everybody's got their shopping done. Basically, what we're going to do today is just go over a quick little marketing plan for Book My Flight. And just want to reiterate, guys, that marketing plans are generally meant to target a specific campaign, but not necessarily a specific vertical or category. And if you want to see a marketing plan for a specific campaign, please just let me know. We've got a ton of potential and possibilities to make this work, to make this, a really, really big resource for you and try and help you get the most out of our campaigns. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. All right, and without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so the fundamentals for Book My Flight, one of the best parts about pay-per-call offers I find compared to CPA is that they're way easier to sort of understand. There's not too much to it in terms of the fundamentals. You're providing a service, people are looking for it, whether they're looking for it on, Facebook or social media or, search or email or even a billboard, whatever. All they need to see is that phone number. So it's the same thing with Book My Flights. People it's very easy to understand. It's very easy to promote. People want cheap deals on flights. That's about it. They're going to call in and try and talk to a travel agent, and they're going to book them on the flight. Simple as that. There's no trickery. There's no, reg path. There's no, anything like that. Nothing crazy to confuse you or the potential caller. So just make sure you understand that. Don't overcomplicate this, guys. It's, we've all booked flights. We've all looked for flights online. So yeah, don't think too much about it. One of the benefits of this campaign is it's actually one of the few RingPartner campaigns that you can promote an international theme. And by that, I mean a majority of our campaigns will only accept US and Canadian traffic. But with this, we can actually have them book flights from the United States to basically any international destination in the world. So that's really cool. We just don't get a lot of that in terms of offerings with our current contingent of categories. Hey, that was some nice alliteration there. I didn't even write that one down. I'm on fuego. All right, guys. So yeah, keep that in mind. Regular rates and hours and geos doesn't change too much. You'll definitely be paid more for a domestic call than an international one. Or is it the other way around? I should know. Sorry about that, guys. We just changed the rates. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's basically going to be the hours are going to be Monday to Friday, 9 to 8. We don't currently have Saturday available, but we do have Sunday 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. In terms of time, and that'll be Eastern Standard Time. The IVR is nice and simple. It's basically going to be, hey, thanks very much for calling the flight service. If you're interested in booking an international flight, press 1. If you want to book a domestic flight, press 2. And then if it's customer service, press 3. And I'll tell you a little bit about those in a little bit. But I did want to mention that international, we're going to pay you guys a little bit more. We're going to pay you 6. Domestic is going to be 2 for the duration kind of varies actually depending on the domestic and international. So just make sure to check out the campaign there. But yeah, we're really excited. It's been going well. It's one of our longest standing campaigns this year. It's been in our top 10 every month. So I really hope I can get you guys interested in that. I think it's going to be an excellent campaign for years to come. So the targeting, it's USA nationwide, which is great. It's not like home services where you have to be kind of careful about coverage. And by that, I mean, if, somebody calls for a plumber and they're, way out in the sticks, they're 60 miles out from anywhere, we're not going to be able to service them. And odds are you're not going to be credited with a paid call. But not in this case. In this case, I mean, people are, they can, as long as they can get to an airport, and really if they're booking the flight, we can assume that they are. That's all you need in order to make that paid call count. So USA nationwide, awesome stuff. Seasonal, yeah, I mean, it is seasonal in a way. Holidays are one of the busiest times for flying. We saw a big spike in this campaign for Thanksgiving. We're seeing a big spike right now, obviously around the holidays, Christmas, New Year. People fly around like crazy, and don't forget those students. Students are generally not the most lucrative market in terms of targeting, but they always got to fly home for the holidays, and they always got to fly back to college or university or what have you. So keep that in mind, guys. There's always going to be some way to kind of hook people in. Valentine's Day, are you flying to meet your special someone? March and spring, spring break. Are you flying anywhere for spring break? So there's always going to be like little hooks and targets that you can do in order to make this campaign work. So try to keep that all in mind. One of the best things about Book My Flight is the ability to target specific airlines. So you can target United, Delta, American, and Alaska Airlines. Those four are the big four. Those are the ones that yield the best conversion rates. So by all means, target away until we get notification that we can't. We've gotten notification that we can. So go ahead. This is really cool. We don't have, a ton of campaigns where we're able to bid and target aggressively on big brand names, like those four airlines. There's actually a big list on the campaign's description page there. So if you want to check that out, there's a big list. But there's others including JetBlue, Air Canada, Qatar, Japan, WestJet. WestJet's another Canadian airline. They tend to focus sort of on areas there. Canada doesn't. Maybe I don't actually know. The details of all their flight paths, but I know they do a lot of flights around here, around Victoria, down to Vegas and along the West Coast and stuff like that. So that's a good airline to target for your Canadian traffic, as well as Singapore. There are a couple of limitations. So you can't target Southwest, LAN, Frontier, Volaris, or Spirit. But I mean, those are, I wouldn't see that as too much of a traction. Every campaign has some restrictions. The fact that you're able to bid and target really big ones like United, American, things like that, more than outweighs the cons of not being able to target Southwest and Spirit and that kind of thing. So keep that in mind, guys. Again, this campaign really is hitting all the check marks of a really good offer to promote. It also has promotions and sales. And again, not a lot of campaigns have this. I think really the three that do is going to be Book My Flight, LiveLinks, and Empire in terms of sort of seasonal discounts or promotions or sales. And LiveLinks not that often. Empire for sure. Book My Flight, we've got one going on right now. So this will be available. This webinar, as always, will be recorded. So in case I go by this too quickly, fear not. You will still be able to, look at these deals, look at this video, pause, and just make sure you get all this down because this is some good stuff. So you can start promoting things like the Christmas flight starting from $99. You can get extra discounts. We've got New Year's sales, extra $20 off, instant $15 off of United Airlines flights, things like that. I mean, to be honest, most people are probably going to spend anywhere from $300 to $500 on a one-way ticket, compared to using the data I've accumulated listening to the calls. But hey, it doesn't really matter that $15 isn't a lot of money. It's just the fact that they can get $15 off. It's any kind of sale. It's any kind of promotion. You don't get this opportunity very often where you can really use some aggressive language and some specific pricing to hook the customers in. We simply don't get that very much. So again, another good reason why you should promote this campaign. I'm sure now you're figuring out why I chose to do a marketing plan for this one because, man, it is hitting all the check marks of a good offer. All right. So now we get into my favorite part, the crucial info. So this is stuff that you may not find on the campaign overview. This is coming straight from the source's mouth. I've listened to about 15 or 20 calls myself, talked with the buyers, and this is pretty much all the information that is not on the overview that I would think you'd be wise to adhere to because it's really important that you send the right kind of calls so that you can get conversions, you can get paid, and we can get paid. So listen carefully. Anything if I can emphasize anything you do, whatever you do, don't give us customer service calls. We don't want them. The campaign doesn't want them. The airlines don't want them. Just avoid it like the plague if you can. This includes stuff for, I lost my bag. I'm just looking for a status on my son or daughter's flight. Can I bring my pets on board? This is not the kind of information to be asking. This is why I talk about priming the caller. And for those that have been following my webinars will know this fact very well. The more you prime a caller before they call in, the more likely you're going to get a converted call. And by that I mean you're going to provide all the information to these people before they call in, so that the agent doesn't ask, hey, welcome to Travel Center, or this is a travel agent, can I help you? And instead of them saying, yeah, I want to book a flight to Boston, they're going to say, well, I was just curious. Is Sparky, my dog, allowed on the flight? And hang up. They're going to hang up on them. It's going to hurt your conversion rate, right, guys? This is not what we want. We want to make sure that you are sending good quality calls so you guys can get paid, and so we can pay you even more. Avoid customer service calls. Maybe put a note on something near the phone number saying this number is only for people wanting to book flights. So keep that in mind. Another factor that we need to include is that it's for English-speaking customers only. So we're trying to get a Spanish-speaking flights offer, but it's probably not in the books anytime soon. Anybody that calls in that can't speak English will probably be hung up on, and therefore will not be a paid call to you. Avoid those kinds of customers. Domestic pays less, but it converts better. So keep that in mind. At first, this campaign didn't even have domestic flights. We only had international, but now we have domestic. Doesn't pay too much. It's only $2. But the people that are running it know that, we can target big brand names, things like that. The conversion rate is really good. So a lot of people are making it work, guys, but just keep that in mind. Domestic will convert better than international. And here's another bonus. As if this campaign couldn't possibly get any better, there's no creative approval necessary. So you don't need to submit creatives. All you need to do is apply to the campaign in Invoca, which of course you all know how to do because you've been following my webinar series. Apply to the campaign in Invoca. We need a quick blurb as to how you're running the campaign, and that's it. I don't need to see creatives. Don't need to worry about submitting them to the dashboard. We just need you to approve, or apply rather, like you would always, and you should be approved within a day as long as your creative types aren't totally crazy, or your promotion methods rather aren't totally crazy. Another thing to keep in mind, they're calling a travel agency. They're not calling the airlines directly. So, you can target United and American and things like that, but I think it would probably be wise to not mislead people into thinking you're calling United. Like, you don't want to identify yourself as United. We haven't run into an issue like that, but I would just be, I would tread lightly if I were you guys on that issue. All right. Hey, another couple of calls I noticed. They can get a military rate. This is something that's as far as I know, not evident in Canada, but in the United States, I think it's obviously a bigger issue. A lot more military personnel, things like that. I believe they do get a discount on their flights. A couple of the calls I listened to, yeah, the people said that's fine. Just bring your military discount. The discount was roughly 10% in the calls I listened to. So don't take that as gospel. I'm not entirely sure, what exactly the discount will be. You can maybe use the language like save up to 10% with a military discount. I think that would probably be wise. But if you say, 10% or 50% off, I think that's misleading. I don't think that's the best way to promote the campaign. But hey, there's another factor you can add in. There's another variable that you can add to your promotion types in terms of, why this campaign is good, things to target. Hey, how about a little military discount? That's always beneficial. Military personnel might see your ad, call in, book a flight, and get you paid. What was really interesting is most of the calls I listened to were people asking for flights like today. I thought people might be like booking it maybe like a week or a month in advance, but no, a lot of the calls, these people are, for lack of a better word, desperate. They need a cheap flight as soon as possible. They don't necessarily have time to look up, rates on Expedia, or I'm not sure. Expedia is just sort of the site that us Canadians use, but I'm sure there's tons, Travelocity and all that good stuff, but maybe they just don't have time to look up those sites, and maybe that's something that you guys could use in your promotions. Maybe say like, look, you don't have time to, research and do all that. You need a flight today? Boom, no problem. Call this number and we can get you a deal on a flight right away. So definitely keep that in mind. I think that's a really good route to go. Anytime you can kind of convince people that your service is better than another's, your service, boom, you're going to get them on a call right away. You're going to be talking to a person right away. So definitely keep that in mind. I think that's actually a sort of an underused promotion type. It's almost like, this marketing plan webinar, it was designed for little tips like this. So definitely keep that in mind. And then most calls that I listen to, again, people are asking for a one-way ticket. And I'm not sure if that's, packing up and leaving my life behind. I think it's probably more the fact that, again, they don't have a ton of time to think about when they're going to return, or maybe they'll rent a car and drive back. They just need to get going. They need to get home for the holidays, or they want to get there and start Christmas shopping and stuff like that. I don't know, but whatever it is, I would say that most people are looking for a one-way ticket, and that's another variable you can add on to your persuasive language, to your promotions, right? Hey, you need to get somewhere really quick on a one-way ticket. Boom, call this number. Again, always be emphasizing for them to call in and book an appointment, and we want to avoid customer service kinds of calls. So definitely keep that in mind. All right. And the last slide, guys. We're almost there. I know it's a lot shorter than the other webinars. I know some of you are saying, thank God, I can't listen to H. Skey ramble on much longer before I just get drunk on eggnog. Hey, you're almost there. It's Friday. Again, Star Wars Day. We're all very excited. No problem. Keep this in mind. Compliance. No bidding on Southwest LAN. Is it LAN or LAN? I always, that's a cool name for an airport. Should have done a little bit more research. I kind of think of LAN as a computer party. Anyway, that's off topic. Valeris and Spirit. So this will result in you getting kicked off the offer. Probably not for a first offense, but to be honest, we never want to go there. We don't want to sort of, give the buyers, a reason to call us up and say, H. Skey, somebody was bidding on Southwest or pretending to be Southwest. We don't want those airlines, guys. And I promise you, you'll have enough to bid on. If you go to the campaign overview, there's a list of, I think, about 15 airlines total. And this is, to me, a great sample of big brand names that you can use to target. So don't get greedy and just don't bid on those guys, and we won't have to have that conversation. And again, a high percentage of customer service calls are no good. Now, I don't know what's going to happen first. If you guys don't get a paid call after like 20 calls, you just may stop writing the offer. Or we might just get a lot of calls and the buyer will say, H. Skey, publisher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is just sending nothing but compliance calls. We got to get them off. I don't know what's going to happen first, but I have a feeling that you guys are probably going to get tired of calls not converting before the buyer will notice the volume. So again, we don't want customer service calls. We want people booking flights. So again, highlight a sense of urgency. Get these people calling in. Last minute flights, need a one-way ticket. All these airlines, wherever you are, you're going to cover the whole United States, and we're, again, probably the biggest factor that we're trying to work on is to get Saturdays back, because I think people tend to book a lot of flights on that day. But great hours Monday to Friday, easy to get approved on. Lots of promotions and sales, lots of freedom to promote, and try, tested, and true. We've done well over 5,000 calls on this campaign over the last couple months. Just great volume on this one, guys. So I really hope that I see a lot of applications come in for this campaign. If you have any questions, guys, you know where to find me. You know how to contact me. RingPartner's Twitter is @RingPartner. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube, of course, youtube.com/RingPartner. But why go there when you can go to the new RingPartner distribution dashboard? Hit the RingPartner the RP University tab at the top, and there you're going to find all my videos, all my tutorials, all the marketing plans, all the getting started videos, what have you. So you have a one-stop shop for all your resources, including the marketing plans for Book My Flight. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for listening, and make sure to contact me. Give me a call before the holidays. I'd love to hear from you. My phone number is 888-656 3726, extension 207. My Skype is RingPartner Henry, and my email is Henry, that's Henry, @ringpartner.com. All right, guys. Well, thanks very much. This will probably be the last marketing plan before the holidays. We got a couple webinars coming up next week, so look for me there. Look for the invitation soon, and have a great holiday break, guys. Really looking forward to 2016 and to see what promotions and volume and calls you guys can deliver. It's just really exciting. RingPartner's growing in large part because you guys are growing and helping us out. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.